So, I play this video game called Overwatch, and when I play Overwatch, I play it competitively. There are two different lobbies in Overwatch, basically, right? One is a casual lobby, and one is competitive. The casual lobby is for people who are just playing to laugh and have fun and have a good time and mess around and stuff like this, right? Um, but the competitive arena is a place where people go to have fun, but they go to have fun um, in a different way. They want to see how far they can progress. They want to get as good as they can possibly get at the game. And when you play competitive, for every win and for every loss, you're given points, or points are taken from you, and you rise through a ranking system that starts at bronze and ends at top 500. And so you get to, over time, look at your progress, right? And sort of see your own improvement. And I really like that aspect of the game. That's why I play the competitive mode. So when I first started playing the game, I was in bronze, which is the lowest of the low, okay? And like I said, I wanted to improve, so I wanted to get out of bronze. And so I started to ask myself things like, okay, what is it that I need to work on in this skill tier to improve and to get to the next skill tier, which would be silver, okay? So I started paying attention to what my teammates were doing that was getting them killed, right? And it boiled down to like simple gameplay awareness. My teammates were just unaware of what was going on in the environment. Like they could get shot in the back and killed and not realize that they're getting shot in the back until after they die. They're like, oh, someone was standing behind me shooting me and I didn't even notice, you know? And so I noticed that I was sort of like that. I needed to concentrate on my game sense, on my just general awareness of what's going on. Maybe stick closer to my teammates. Don't stand in the middle of the open, you know what I mean, just to get shot. Things like this. And so, I identified something that I could work on and improve. And so I started working on it, and I started to improve. And as a result, I went up a skill tier. I went into silver, and maybe this was enough to get me from bronze all the way up to gold, right? So I went from bronze through silver all the way to gold with this new game awareness that I have. And so I keep playing the same way because I was getting good results from it. I keep playing the same way now in the gold tier, and I find that I get stuck. In fact, I don't even get stuck. I start to drop. I start to drop back down into silver, then drop back down into bronze, and I'm scratching my head like, hey, I was doing what I've been doing. All of the things that have been working for me, they're not working anymore. What's going on, right? And I figured out that if I go into gold playing as a bronze player, I will eventually, inevitably, end up a bronze player all over again, right? If I want to stay in gold, or even go past that, I need to play like a gold player. So I have to forget everything that I learned in bronze, because maybe everything that works in bronze is the exact opposite of what works in the higher tiers of gameplay, right? So I had to sort of reprogram myself, go back to the basics, and ask myself again, what am I doing? Or what am I not doing that I can improve on, that I can start doing, you know what I mean, to improve my overall gameplay here in the gold tier, right? And so you identify another thing and it clicks, and now all of a sudden you're in platinum, and then you get stuck again and you're like, hey man, nothing that I was doing in gold is working here in platinum. And there's a saying that sort of illustrates what I'm trying to get at right here, and they say, new level, new devil. That's exactly what it is. It's like every time you go up a tier, there's like another boss. Even though this boss is really yourself, you have to improve upon yourself, your own gameplay, and things like this, right? And this is sort of like limiting beliefs. We do this in real life. Sometimes when we're down bad, we learn coping mechanisms, or defense mechanisms that get us through these low points in our life, right? But then hopefully we make progress and we enter another stage or another chapter of our life. We enter another level of our life, and we find out that these things that were working for us before is not working anymore. Nothing that we had going on back in the day is working for us now, and we have to totally change things up. We have to take an honest inventory, a personal inventory, and figure out what it is that we're doing or we're not doing. Where can we improve? You know what I mean? We have to go back to the basics. We can limit ourselves. We can become like a know-it-all. We can say, okay, I finally climbed out of bronze, bro, so I know something. I don't just know something, I know everything there is to know. I'm like an expert, bro. Look at me, I'm silver now. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me anything. I'm silver now. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And that mindset that I know what I'm doing, I've done this all before, gets you right back to where you started. You know what I'm saying? It's just something to consider. New level, new devil. Every level you go up, there's going to be a new challenge, a new obstacle, a new weakness of yours that's exposed that you have to strengthen or fortify through hard work, right? And through rigorous honesty. That's the truth of the matter, right? But we can come up with rules and systems. We can become quite dogmatic in our beliefs. I see people do this about all sorts of things. It could be meditation, right? This person believes that, they've unlocked all the secrets of meditation. They know exactly how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk to them about it and you mention a way that they don't do, they're like, no, that's not real meditation. Okay, real meditation is like this when you do it like that, blah, 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 right? And they might not realize it, but they might be sort of capping themselves off at a certain level. If they could open up, they would experience more. But we can limit ourselves, put ourselves into a box by believing that we know it all, or that we figured it all out, or that we know best. You see what I'm saying? There's a danger in that. That's one of the levels by itself. You know what I mean? Where you're learning to conquer this thing in you that says, my way is the right way, my way or the highway. You know what I'm saying? We box ourselves in with our limiting beliefs. Sometimes the things that are working for us in the past will not work for us in the present, and we have to reevaluate everything that we thought we knew and try something different for progress. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, until next time, I hope you continue to free your mind.